Okay, y'all, I am on a roll. I don't know which order these are coming out, but I am on a roll today. I said I am home. I'm not feeling well. You might as well get some other work done because I should be laying down right now. But why lie down when I can sit here and video and, you know, get some good content done for you all. So y'all, I think y'all should appreciate this moment for me. I'm just playing. Okay, y'all. So now we're about to talk about another collection that I have tried, because I am trying to make sure that I go through and actually do these videos. I'm trying shit all the time, and then I don't do the videos about them. I'll talk to them here and there about them here and there, but I don't just go down into it and do the videos. So today we are doing these videos. So as you know, we are about to do Ellis Brooklyn. We're gonna talk. I got the Discovery set. I got my bottles. We're gonna talk about Ellis Brooklyn because Ellis Brooklyn is kind of popular right now. You know, Ellis Brooklyn, you know, TikTok, they made it popular. The little girl, the beauty dolls who are now trying to be fragrance dolls have been talking about Ellis Brooklyn because it's a Sephora brand. Because, you know, some of them don't know how to shop. They just hit Sephora and Ulta. And, you know, they pay retail. These you have to pay retail for. Okay, so let's talk. All right, so let's get started. This is the very first Ellis Brooklyn that I tried, and this is called Rose. I'm going to show it to you here. I did check to make sure this is still on their website. It is. It's not usually in the stores, but it is available on their website. Now at this point, I've tried almost everything but 2 fragrances, I think. And so this is one that I've tried. I know I haven't tried ISO Super Gamma or something. I haven't tried that one. I'm going to assume that's sort of like, you know, the Julia Has a Gun, not a perfume, things like that, centric molecules. But anyway, this is Rose. Now, honestly, this is what kept me from buying Ellis Brooklyn for a while. Because when I got it, I was like, I wasn't that impressed. This is like a limited rose, nothing special. It was just like, oh, okay, glad I got it. But it wasn't like, oh, let me rush out and buy this. Especially having things like Roses Greedy, you know, so many roses that I love, Roses Vanille, things like that, you know, having a Roses Musk, Magnolia Rose, having so many things that have a really rich rose fragrance. This was just like, okay. So for a while, I really it wasn't even on my radar. Honestly, Ellis Brooklyn was like, oh, okay. Because what I felt it was a hipster. I feel like Ellis Brooklyn is a hipster brand. Okay, so it's very hipster. It's very, you know, cool for some reason. It's, you know, it's at Sephora. It's a cool brand. So that's why I really was like, yeah, whatever, for quite some time. However, then this came out, and for some reason I had to have it, and that is B by Ellis Brooklyn. Now, the reason probably why is because I was deep into my honey mood, and so this was like, ooh, honey, and then it has this, and I saw it had like a little boozy note. Honey and booze, come through, come on with it. So that is B. B is it has a boozy quality to it. It does have this, I think it's a rice bran note that makes it a little off-putting for quite a few people, because this is kind of polarizing. People either love it or they like, nah, this ain't good. But it's a very heavy, if you love honey, it's a very heavy honey. It's a very rich honey. This is not for everybody, but it is perfect in the wintertime. Ooh, this is cozy, baby. This will have you cozied up with somebody. Cozied up. Yes. So that is B. You know, like I said, you have to really like a deep, rich honey note. I haven't had a Chicago interlude in a minute. All right, next up is this one that I wound up purchasing. Somebody said it was really good. I think Josh said it or something. People were like, "Ooh, yes, this is good." So I said, let me just go and get it. And this is Super Amber. And that's what it is. It's an amber. It's an amber. It can lean slightly masculine. This is something like if it's a little too much for you, just add a little vanilla and it'll be all good. My life always calls, no matter what. Anyway, so yeah, this is a rich, deep amber. It's not for everybody. If it's a little too much, throw a little warm vanilla sugar by Bath and Body Works, Cashmere Glow. Those will like sweeten it up and make it easier on the palette. But it is very sexy and very provocative to me. So that is Super Amber. Really wonderful in the wintertime. And then I purchased, I don't know, this like called to me. This is Sunfruit. This is their latest one, Sunfruit. This is such, now everybody talks about it's a fig, but this is a girly fig. Like Velocicos by Diptyque, everybody loves and talks about, but it is a very unisex, very, you know, just fig. This one is fig with fruits and beautiful florals. I love this. Now, it doesn't last as long as I would like, but I'm willing to reapply. And if I go through this, I might even buy a new one because I really do enjoy the fragrance because it has that fig note in it, which I love a good fig note, but it also has this fruity floralness that is different than most figs that I own. So that is why I really like Sunfruit. And then I have Salt. Now these are all the bottles that I bought outside the Discovery. Now, Salt I like. It is a classic salty fragrance. Definitely has that salty vibe to it. Has a little, but it has this citrusy kind of vibe. So it's really beautiful. Let me see, put it on the skin. Yeah, it's got this fruity, it's got this tropical, salty, beachy vibe to it. It is what it is. Now, I haven't worn it a lot, but someone I know, Coco, says that it does not last long. And it might not, because just based on how it vibes, I could see it not lasting long on the skin, but it's got this salty floral. It is really, really beautiful and very upscale beach party vibe. I bought it this size because I wanted to layer it with some things and see how it layered. Because even if it doesn't last long, I think this would be a great thing to layer with things, or just wear it like this and just bathe myself in it and be like, whatever. All right, so now let's finish up the ones that I tried. Now Salt, I forgot to say, Salt has like that tiare flower vibe. So it's tropical, got the tropical florals. It's good. All right, so now let's go into the Discovery set. Pull the ones that I've gotten from here that I don't have. Okay, so now let's start here with, which one is this? This is SciFi. All right, SciFi is a citrusy green tea. Really cute, very nice. But whenever I see citrus green teas and they're not just blow me away, I always say just go and get you Elizabeth Arden. If you want a citrusy green tea, just go ahead and get green tea by Elizabeth Arden, and then and find ones that you like with, you know, like nectarine blossom, whatever. If you want, this one isn't so outstanding that I don't do the comparison. And for me, this is a nice green tea, citrus green tea, but it's not good enough to pay this price when you can just go get an Elizabeth Arden. Y'all know I'm always going to default to Elizabeth Arden. Next up is, let's go with this one. Sweet. Now I've heard about Sweet a lot, right? Sweet is a pear marshmallow, vanilla. It's vibes like La Belle, the original La Belle, like God is a Woman by Ariana Grande. It's in that kind of vibe, you know. It is sweet. It is really, so that's what I'm telling you. It's sweet. It's got a little fruitiness to it. It has bergamot. You know, it's a nice, sweet fragrance. It is exactly what they say it is. It is a sweet fragrance. Really cute. Once again, It's not so different that I would pay $105. 20% off? Yes. If you like it, wait for you till you can get it on sale. When Ulta does Prestige 20% off, when Sephora does, 20% off, but at 105, no. Nope. I wouldn't suggest it. If you really like this kind of vibe, you want that pear kind of marshmallowy vanilla vibe, and you want to get it, go get God is a Woman by Ariana Grande, because they all kind of line up like that. Go, LaBelle. And LaBelle is in a great market now, so you can get it at a good price. So that's that one. Okay, y'all. Sorry. I hate when my brush up show, but I ain't trying to fix it now. Okay, so I did a little deeper dive into these Ellis Brooklyns. Tried a few of them on that I just wasn't sure about when I looked at my video. Was that what I wanted to tell y'all? And it wasn't. So we're going to talk about a few of these. Let's go back in. So these are the ones I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about Myth. So Myth is very popular. The fragrance, not the fragrance dolls, the beauty dolls are talking about it. The TikTokers, I've talked about it. Why? Because yeah, it's Ellis Brooklyn and it's a hipster brand. So they're talking about it as a jasmine. It is a jasmine. What this is, it's like a clean, soapy vibe. So that's what I get from it. It's a soapy jasmine, kind of fresh, kind of green, that kind of, vibe. Very good for the summertime. It's nice. It doesn't project out that much. It stays closer to you. Doesn't really last that long, but it's okay. It's a nice fragrance, but like I said, it's a jasmine based. Has a very soapy kind of vibe to it. So if you like soapy, clean fragrances, this is nice. All right, next up is, let me find it. All right, next up is this one. This is West. Now, when I talked about it, I just really didn't give it any justice. Okay, this one is a citrus. It's very juicy. It's very sweet. It's got, that very orangey kind of vibe, but it's a spicy citrus. And it has like this, and the spiciness is like ginger in it. Stays in it very well. Stays in it long. And so it's got this spicy orange vibe to it. Almost like a spicy orange black tea. I'm trying to think of what tea it is, but it's a Celestial Seasoning one. Vibes like that because it's kind of spicy. And then it has that, orange vibe to it. Really nice and sweet and juicy on the skin. It does last a little longer than some of them. As it dries down, it becomes a little more woody, a little musky. This honestly vibes like if you smell Venetian Bergamot by Tom Ford. It's very similar to that. It's got that kind of orange juicy, like spiced orange juice vibe to it. So that is West. And then finally, what's the last one I wanted to talk about? I think that was the two that I need to talk about. I knew it was one more. It's Après. Is this the way it says? Yes, Après. All right, Après is really good in the beginning. It's a nice and boozy and kind of ambery. It's got a good scent to it. I love the beginning and the mid. As it dries down, it does become a little too woody for my own personal taste. Now that doesn't mean it's not going to be good to you, but just to me, it's a little too woody. It starts smelling like, to me, like forest. But hear me out. It smells like a winter forest. Not like super green or anything, but that dry wood vibe in a winter forest. So that's why if I got it, because I do like the boozy beginning, the boozy vanilla ambery kind of vibe. If I got it, I would definitely have to like put on some warm vanilla sugar lotion or something. That way it balances out that wood so it wouldn't be so intense. But if you don't mind woody scents, this is a good one to try. All right, so that's it. Are very hipster to me. Most of their fragrances, especially when you talk about Myth, West, SciFi, even Salt, they're very hipster. they're hipsters. So these are like the hipster vibe, you know, the cool kid vibe. So yeah, and then they have the aesthetic of the bottles is kind of, you know, minimal, cool kid. That's what it is. So let's talk about overall, what do I think about Ellis Brooklyn? I'm kind of conflicted on Ellis Brooklyn, which is okay because it happens. You know, you're gonna like some things, you're not gonna like some things. Overall, I think the fragrances are nice. I think they're well done. I think they are very likable and very crowd pleasing type of fragrances for the majority of them. The ones that, of course, that I really like are like the bee, you know, and now Sunfruit is getting kind of popular, but so those are the ones that I really like from them. But yeah, I just don't, at this point, real talk, I don't think I would pay full price for some things. I would get them if I could get them at a good price, you know, at a good gray market price point. But overall, I think that it's a really good brand if you are not like people like me who buys all this fragrance. This is a good solid brand collection that would be good for somebody who likes like lighter, you know, like wants kind of clean, kind of musky, kind of just really just, you know, likable, stylish fragrances, because they all are very stylish. Some are more interesting to me, like Bee is, but the majority of them would be well liked. You wear them, people will compliment you. People are like, oh, you smell so good. You are, you know, but they're not something that will make you stand out. They don't SOTH. Not in general. Bee does, you know, actually Sunfruit has a little SOTH in it, but the majority of them are just really likable hipster kind of vibes. So that is what I think about Ellis Brooklyn. Tell me what you think. I know a lot of us have tried them. What's your take on Ellis Brooklyn? All right, that's it for now. Y'all have a great day. As always, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Talk to you later.